Welcome to Introact, an artificial intelligence platform that matches corporate executives with the institutional investors most likely to buy or sell your stock in the next 90 days, prepares executives for all types of corporate investor access events, and improves the ROI of investor access activities. There are 4 stages of investor access activities, where data is collected and stored at each stage. They are investor targeting, meeting procurement, meeting preparation, and investor conversion. Let's take a look at the first step, investor targeting. Corporate access starts with effective investor targeting. You want to nurture all types of relationships, but realistically, your priority is to cultivate buyers, and identifying them is key. Through machine learning and data pattern recognition analytics, Introact informs you which investors are likely to invest and why. Introact algorithms also deduce 3 types of predicted investors: existing owners who know a fair amount about your company and are likely to buy more, existing owners who are likely to reduce or sell out of ownership, and new buyers who might not be as familiar with your story. A dynamic dashboard visualizes why a given investor is likely to buy or sell your stock at a specific point in time. Through Introact, you can boost your targeting accuracy and know precisely why an investor is drawn to your stock. Say you're creating a marketing calendar for the investors with whom your executives should meet. However, your best investors may not match the broker's best clients. Introact connects you with the right investor at the right time. Dynamic dashboards prioritize meetings by useful factors such as region, trading strategy, turnover, institution type, and more. Consequently, conversations with broker partners are more informed. You establish meetings with your best potential investors rather than their best customers. Brokers monetize their conferences through the highest paying investors. Meeting recommendations reflect the host's priorities rather than identifying your best match. They only provide you with a list of investors expected to attend their conference and their chosen matches for one-on-one meetings. But with Introact, you can work with your broker partners to identify candidates for one-on-one access and group meetings, so you avoid a subpar schedule. You've identified who is likely to buy your stock in the next 90 days, and now you want to examine the factors driving that prediction. Introact isn't a corporate access black box. It's a dynamic ensemble of over 5,000 algorithms, each analyzing factors driving a unique investor's trading behavior. Let's say that you scheduled a meeting with ABC Capital and you know that they value an improving ROE and a low price to book. With Introact, you can target your outreach around these specific factors. But what if you have a question that Introact's analytics don't yet address? For example, which brokers are best suited to host a specific NDR for you? No worries. Introact's custom machine learning and on-demand dashboard personalize your investor targeting. Introact offers an alternative way to procure investor meetings by enabling you, as well as your investors, to request meetings. Think pull versus push. Investors don't want to wait for an invitation to meet with you, and searching through websites for contact details can be tedious. Introact outsources searching and scheduling through our automated system, transforming meeting procurement between corporates, investors, and brokers. Whether you're a large multinational or a mid-cap located outside of a major metropolitan area, procuring investor groups or one-on-one meetings is inefficient and frustrating. Regardless of sales agent, it's important that you capture and standardize data for each campaign. When you work with a broker on a non-deal roadshow in a select city, for example, you may know which investors accepted the invitation, but you don't know who declined, who didn't respond, and who wasn't contacted, or the reason a meeting was declined. Some brokers do a better job than others, but there's no standardized system to capture data across multiple brokers and campaigns. Introact is different. Introact structures and analyzes your CRM information to refine targeting for future campaigns. Say you want an updated agenda for a specific non-deal roadshow, but the broker says they'll update you at the end of the week. Or maybe you want access to all the one-on-one requests your broker receives to meet with you at their conference. Introact monitors all of your access events, noting successes and areas for improvement in real time. No more waiting for broker updates. By providing you with investor feedback, you can course-correct messaging and campaigns that aren't tracking to expectations. Moreover, capturing and standardizing response data from each campaign better prepares you for the next time you market in a specific region or venue. Introact manages your callback schedule to the sell side and buy side following your earnings calls. Additionally, Introact improves your response rate on a company-managed analyst day to improve your breadth of outreach and the transparency of reply. By this point, you've targeted investors and procured your meetings. Now it's time to prepare. Successful corporate access events require that both investors and executives prepare for their meetings. Investors will appreciate easy access to all of your publicly available information, and even if your website is well laid out, it isn't uniform with other companies' pages, making the investors' research inefficient and time-consuming. Introact, on the other hand, standardizes your corporation's profile so investors can contact you and request a meeting on demand, watch an overview video, access your tear sheet with basic model, source research expertise, study white papers and third-party research, procure your latest investor deck, and lastly, access your FAIR module. FAIR, or Frequently Asked Investor Requests, is a unique Introact feature that manages responses to investor questions and distributes them anywhere you'd like, on your website, retail trading platforms, or any site through our various APIs. FAIR ensures that all investors get equal access to critical information. Any user can post a question to you over FAIR, but you control which questions are displayed. As MiFID II regulations become mainstream and broker research budgets are further squeezed, issuers and investors find it increasingly difficult to source quality research. In response, the Introact platform welcomes qualified research providers to come share their expertise with corporates and their investors. Moreover, MiFID II mandates that research fits into a uniform, one-size-fits-all report with disclaimers at the end. This PDF package isn't easily searchable, and conclusions are overly standardized. Most startlingly, some studies suggest as much as 85% of Wall Street research never even gets read by a paying client. Introact combines best quality research with artificial intelligence to elicit recommendations and insights that are targeted, customized, and comprehensive. With Introact's marketplace of dashboards, research providers can transform their offering into data and analytics, making it easier to find the answers to your questions. From custom machine learning to dashboard development on demand, Introact provides your IR staff with an information advantage, so you are prepared for all types of investor meetings. Offering effective corporate access to investors is one of the best ways to improve your company's ROI. It's about building relationships, not simply conducting meetings. Whenever you raise capital, it's clear that the more investors interested in your story, the better. This is always the case because more owners equal more liquidity, and more liquidity results in a richer multiple and lower cost of capital. Investor conversion should be a key metric that you manage as an IR professional. Each corporation's custom Introact dashboard monitors an investor's conversion from prospect to shareholder. With Introact's four-step process of investor targeting, meeting procurement, meeting preparation, and investor conversion, you can match with investors, prepare for events, and improve the ROI of your investor access activities. Join Introact today and find out which investors we recommend you target in the next 90 days. Let us help you set up your profile and become part of our rapidly growing capital markets community.